What's up, y'all? It's me, RSW DarrenT. Uh, Today, I'm talking about anxiety and what anxiety is for me, and what it means to me, and how it has affected me over the course of these past 2 decades. I'm 27, and I've had anxiety since I was a child. A lot of people thought that I had like ADD or ADHD, but I didn't because I could pay attention to stuff if I wanted to. And that's the difference between having like those mental health disabilities, if you want to call them mental health issues, whatever you want to call it, for you. You know, I think a lot of times it's a negative thing, so we say disability, and I don't really like that because sometimes you can use that towards your advantage, especially when you learn to live with it. Mental health issues. But a lot of people suffer from anxiety. You can ask the scientists, you can ask the statistics. A lot of people suffer from anxiety. It is not something that is rare. It is not something that is new, and it is not something that is. It is not something that really goes away. It is not something. It's something, you know. You can have anxiety at any moment, but that doesn't mean you have an anxiety disorder. So, like, most of us having anxiety in moments in our life. And so everyone should be able to understand in some capacity what anxiety is. And so for me, in my own life, anxiety has been this, I call it an entity, even though it's really just another part of me that is worried all the time. It is worried about what's going to happen when I walk out the door, what's going to happen when I do this, what's going to happen when I breathe wrong. Like, anxiety for me is like an antagonist. It creates situations, it creates problems where there are none. It creates issues where there are none. And it's so bad sometimes that it affects me physically. Because, you know, I didn't have debilitating panic attacks until I was like 24 and graduated from college already. And I think that me entering the real world and not having school as a crutch anymore to lean on and have something to do all the time basically kind of broke me. I was triggered as well. But at the same time, it was a lot going on in my life 4 years ago when I started having a lot of anxiety. Um, Maybe I was 23. It was overwhelming. And sometimes it still is. Like today, it's overwhelming me because I can't sit down. You know, I'm just anxious. I want to get out. I want to do something. I want to chill. I want to have a good time today. And sitting at home right now, it makes me anxious. It makes me nervous. I don't know why. You know, I don't understand it, why my heart is beating so fast, why I keep looking out the windows and the doors, and why I keep pacing. Why can't I relax, you know? But that's my anxiety. I'm overwhelmed. And I'm not saying that it's a negative thing, but it's starting to frustrate me. Today, it's just like, I need everything to kind of slow down for a second. And now that I've started talking, it's easier for me to deal with the anxiety. If you haven't noticed, my voice is really calm. I'm just trying to breathe. I'm just trying to make it, you know. And I'm sharing this video, and I share my videos because we gonna make it, y'all. Sometimes I feel like I'm not gonna make it. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve my life, and I don't feel like I should be living my life. And that's my anxiety. That's anxiety making me feel inadequate. My whole life I felt inadequate. I felt wrong. I felt like something that fell out of the sky. But that's my anxiety. You know, and it's a mind game. And if you're not good at playing mind games, you're going to lose. I want to live, and I want to allow myself to be free. And I want to bring out the part of me that I know is so amazing and so beautiful and really like my hero. I want to bring that part of me out all the time. I don't want to feel like I have to hide parts of me. I don't want to feel like I have to always have walls up. I want to be vulnerable, and this is my way of being vulnerable. And so for me, living with anxiety means learning to deal with the anxiety and also deal with this antagonist in my head. I think that I was afraid, very afraid, to love myself. I was ashamed of just my past in general. And being a black gay man, black people don't want you to ever be happy. I think they want you to be really miserable because they believe in their minds. I say black people, white people too, but I'm specifically speaking to the people who have literally formed this negative outlook of being a homosexual black man. And my issue with it is that I am so tired of these people blaming like absent fathers and things like that for homosexuality when I know personally that I was just gay, period, point blank. Been gay. Been gay. No. I know I've been gay. And there's nothing that you can say to me to change what I know about me. My issue with the black people is that you believe what white people tell you. They told you about the Bible, they told you about God, and you believe every single word of it, never seeking God for yourself, never learning to understand what real love is, always looking for something wrong with everybody else except yourself. Black people. This is not, white people do the same thing, but I'm not talking to white people. I am talking to black people who should be loving and embracing everyone who has brown and black skin, who should be loving and embracing everyone who has to go through these trials and tribulations and move forward in life with this chip on a shoulder because we were born with this color of skin. I think that it is very important for black people to unite. And we cannot do that if you constantly degrade homosexual black people, people who are in the LGBTQIAA, well, QIA, 1A community, because allies is the other A. So, 7 minutes in, we got a video. I'm done. I'm going to stop talking. But I know what my anxiety is. I know who I am. I love me, and nobody can tell me not to love me. Nobody is going to take that away from me, but there are hundreds, maybe thousands of young black gay people who want to see themselves in the media, but people don't want to see gay people in the media. They don't want their children to be gay. Too fucking bad. It's already happened. They were born. That's it. You brought them into this world. There means there's a chance that they're going to be gay regardless of what they see on TV. Because remember, I was raised in 92, born in 92, raised from then. There weren't a lot of gay people on television. So who taught me gay? Because I knew I was gay at 6 before I even had sex with anybody. I knew I was gay. So that's why I'm trying to figure out why there is an agenda out there. It has nothing to do with the LGBTQIA community. The agenda has everything to do with the fact that all these black men are in prison and locked up. That all these black people are living on fucking federal money, government money, state money. That is the agenda, to keep us stupid and to keep us broken and to keep us away from loving, stop us from loving each other, to create a divide, light skin, brown skin, black skin. Come on now, that's an agenda. That's a real agenda that is out there. So my anxiety taught me that because I think too much, but that's an agenda. That's real. So stop making up fake agendas because people want to see themselves in the media and create these and look at these real agendas happening. What kind of school do your children go to? Is it a Detroit public school? Because that's where I went to. And now if you look at it, the funding is very low. The teachers aren't being paid and the students aren't learning a goddamn thing because they're too hyper. It's called anxiety. We have a chip on our shoulder. We are born with black and brown skin with a chip on our shoulder, and that affects your children. Worry about the agenda that is affecting everybody in the black and brown community and stop focusing on these fake agendas. Unite. Stand with me. Stand with all the black men out there, regardless of their sexual orientation or their gender. Stand with all of us. Stand together. We are in this together. Duh. I love y'all. And I want to stand by people, but y'all say the dumbest, meanest things. I don't know why people hate women so much. This went on a tangent, but for real, why y'all hate women so much? Why is everything feminine negative? Why is it a bad thing? What is that about? My anxiety is good sometimes because it makes me think and it makes me wonder. How could y'all think of everything womanly as weak when women popped your ass out. You either popped out or they cut you out. You were born in a woman. You were created in a woman. You can say you weren't, but all of us were. So women, why would a woman be anything weak? I think men are weak. I think testicles are the weakest thing on a human body. You kick those motherfuckers and you might feel like you got a shit. So, we're going to stop saying man up. We're going to stop calling people pussies. And we're going to call people a sack. Because you're nothing but a weak-ass ball sack if you think women aren't strong. Got me fucked up. Anxiety.